Okay, so we're going to solve 83 minus 20.6. Now, because one of the numbers in this problem is a decimal number, we're going to need to use the tactile mark on the counting bar, in this case the first tactile mark from the right edge of the abacus, as our decimal point. So we're going to set our numbers around that decimal point. Now, if there were more decimal places, to be exact 4 or more decimal places, then we would need to move over further to the left on the counting bar to the second tactile mark and use that as our decimal point to make sure that we would have enough columns for the decimal places. But in this case, we're just fine using the first tactile mark, which is between the third and fourth columns on the abacus. So with that in mind, I'm going to start setting the number 83 to the left of that tactile mark, right? Because 83 is a whole number, and then it'll be followed by the decimal point. So I'm going to put my finger on that tactile mark in between the third and fourth columns, move to the left to set the 3 in the fourth column, and then move to the left one more column to set the 8 in the fifth column from the right edge of the abacus. So right now I have 8, 3 for 83. Now we're ready to subtract, okay? And we're going to subtract 20.6. It's very important to be mindful of our place values here. The 2 of 20 is in the tens place, and we're going to need to subtract that from the 8 of 83 because the 8 is in the tens place. So from that 8, I'm going to push away 2 beads. That leaves me with 6 in that column. And then I'm going to move to the right, and of course we know there's a 0 that comes next in 20, and that means we don't move any beads. So we're going to move one more column to the right, and that is now in the third column from the right edge of the abacus, and that's essentially our 10th place now, right, because it's to the right of the decimal point. And from that column, we need to subtract the 6 of 20.6. There are no beads in this column, so we're going to use our good old rules of subtraction for the counting method. Move one column to the left, clear 1 bead as we count 1 from those 3 beads there. Then move back to the right, push all the beads to the counting bar, push the 5 bead down and the 4 1 beads up, and then continue counting up to 6, pushing away 1 bead at a time. So we already subtracted 1. Now we're going to pick up where we left off, push away 1 bead as we count 2, and keep going. 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to say 6 as we push away the 5 bead from the counting bar, and then we need to push up all 4 1 beads. Okay, so we know anytime we push away the 5 bead, we have to push up all 4 1 beads at the same time or right after. So that leaves us with 4 beads in that column, the third column from the right edge of the abacus. And that means we're finished subtracting and we're ready to read our answer. So we have a 62.4, 62.4 as our answer. So 83 minus 20.6 is 62.4.